Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Achievers of Science and Commerce. Myself Nishtha and I am going to teach you chemistry of class plus 1. So in the today's lecture we will start with the topic new chapter, that is coordination compounds. So first of all we will discuss about what are the coordination compounds. So coordination compounds are basically those compounds in which a coordinate bond is formed between a central metal atom or an ion or a group of molecules or atoms. Means, for example, let us consider this example. In this example you can see that this is a central metal atom or ion. It is surrounded by 6 of the cyanide molecules that are called group of molecules or ions. These are also called as ligands. So what happens basically in this coordination compound, it is in the square bracket, clear. Second thing is, in this compound here central metal atom is present. Around this central metal atom the group of atoms or molecules are surrounding it. For example, we can draw it like this. Four cyanides are like this and 2 of the cyanides are like this. So अब हो क्या रहा है यहाँ पे 6 cyanide जो molecules हैं, they are combining with the coordinate bond with the iron atom to form the coordinate bond, and this complex structure is called a coordination compound. So this is basically what a coordination compound is. Now what is the difference between these type of compounds and the salts? What are the salts? We will discuss first of all, then after that we will come to this again. So सबसे पहले हम करेंगे simple salts क्या होते हैं. What are simple salts? Simple salts are basically formed by an acidic radical. When it is combined with a basic radical, then they form a simple salt. For example, let us consider NaCl. It is a simple salt. अब इसका जो Na है कहाँ से मिला? बेस से. सो इसलिए हम इसको बोलते हैं बेसिक रेडिकल. And the chloride is obtained from acid. That is why it is called acidic radical. So means how this simple salt is formed, it is formed like this. NaOH plus HCl forms NaCl plus H2O. So Na is a part of a base and Cl is a part of an acid. So means when an acid radical and a base radical combines, then the formula obtained will be of simple salts. So ये तो है हमारे simple salts. अब सिंपल सॉल्ट्स को जब हम एक्वा सोल्यूशन में लेंगे, मीन्स वाटर में डालेंगे, जब इट विल ब्रेक इनटू आयंस लाइक दिस. क्लियर? व्हाई? बिकॉज सोडियम विल बी सराउंडेड बाय द वाटर मॉलिक्यूल, सोडियम आयन. सिमिलरली क्लोराइड मॉलिक्यूल विल आल्सो बी सराउंडेड. सो दैट्स व्हाई दीज टू गेट सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम ईच अदर. ये तो है सिंपल सॉल्ट. अब हम बात करते हैं एक दूसरे तरह के सॉल्ट्स की, जिनको हम बोलते हैं डबल सॉल्ट्स. डबल सॉल्ट्स क्या होते हैं? डबल सॉल्ट एज द नेम सजेस्ट, these are the combination of simple salts. When 2 or more simple salts are combined together in an equimolar ratio, clear, in the aqueous solution, and the solution is evaporated afterwards. Solution को हमने evaporate कर दिया, जो बाकी का बच गया salt है, that will be called a double salt. In this we can take an example of Mohr salt. What is the formula for Mohr salt? It is FeSO4 NH4 twice, SO4 and 6H2O. So how this Mohr salt is prepared? It is prepared by combining the equimolar ratio of these two simple salts. ये दोनों सिंपल सॉल्ट्स हैं, आयरन सल्फेट है, अमोनियम सल्फेट. इन दोनों सिंपल सॉल्ट्स की इक्विमोलर रेशो लेनी है, ठीक है. साथ में 6 वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स ऐड होने हैं और हमारा क्या बन जाएगा? मोहर सॉल्ट. So means this Mohr salt is formed by the combination of the simple salts when they are mixed in a equimolar ratio. Now, one more example is here, that is potash alum. पोटाश अलम को हम फिट करें जिसको बोलते हैं, दैट इज द फॉर्मूला K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice and 24H2O. This potash alum will be formed by the combination of potassium sulfate and aluminium sulfate with water, and these two will be taken in the equimolar quantity. So these are called double salt. So what is the properties of double salt now? When this double salt is again mixed in an aqueous solution, it will break down into ions. Like in this we can say 2 K positive ions will be formed, 1 and 3, 4 sulfate ions will be formed, 2 negative, and 2 Al, 3 positive ions will be formed. So means these are the constituent ions of this double salt, and it will have the same properties as the constituent ions. But this do not happen in the coordination compound. Okay? So coordination compound is that compound which is not broken into simple ions. It will be broken into at least one complex ion along with the simple ion it can be. Now we will discuss what is the basic difference between the double salt and coordination compound. उससे पहले we will discuss about complex compounds or complex ion. What are those? After that we will discuss about the difference. So complex compounds these are those compounds जिनको हम coordination compound भी बोल सकते हैं. Now what happens in these case of these compounds, the constituent ions will have the different properties as compared to the original ions. Means the जो हमारा coordination compound एक बारी बन गया, उसने further simple ions में break नहीं करना. At least one complex ion उसमें बनेगा ही बनेगा. For example हम बात करते हैं, अभी जो हमने example लिखी थी ये वाली. अब इस एग्जाम्पल में आप देख सकते हो क्या था, ये और ये. जब ये ब्रेक होगा, ये कैसे ब्रेक होगा? 4K पॉजिटिव जो स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट के बाहर आयंस हैं या आगे या पीछे अगर हो तो वो तो ब्रेक हो जाएंगे सिंपल में, और जो बाकी का होगा इट विल रिमेन इंटैक्ट, इट विल नॉट फर्दर ब्रेक. अब इस पे ऊपर 4 पॉजिटिव है तो इसके ऊपर ओवरऑल 4 नेगेटिव. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड अ कॉम्प्लेक्स आयन. So what is a complex ion? Basically, a complex ion is an electrically charged species in which a central metal ion is surrounded by a group of molecules, and additionally they will retain their identity. अगर हम इनको aqueous solution में डाल भी देते हैं, it will not break into Fe2 positive or Cn negative. It will remain like this. So means these will retain their identity even in the aqueous solution. So this is a basic difference between the double salts and the coordination compounds. So now we will discuss what are the points for the difference. One point I have discussed already. What other are the points? Now difference between double salts and coordination compound. नाउ अब देखो जो डबल सॉल्ट्स है, मैंने अभी बताया कि अगर हम उनको एक्वस सोल्यूशन में डालते हैं दे लूजेस देयर आइडेंटिटी. मीन्स दे विल ओनली एग्जिस्ट इन द केस ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइन स्टेट, नॉट इन द एक्वस स्टेट. सो फर्स्ट डिफरेंस विल बी दिस, these salts only exist in a crystalline state. but the coordination compound exists in both crystalline and aqueous, both states. Now, what is the second point difference? I have discussed now that double salt loses their identity when dissolved in an aqueous solution. So they lose their identity when dissolved in aqueous solution, and they retain their identity when dissolved in an aqueous solution. Now the third one, double salt will break to give only simple ions. Break to give only simple ions. But in case of coordination compound, when they will break, at least one complex ion will be formed. So, now how these are formed? Double salts are formed by the equimolar proportion of the two simple salts, but here it is not necessary that they have the equimolar ratio. Simple salts have the equimolar ratio. They can be in the equimolar ratio, they may not be in the equimolar ratio, that depends. So, fourth point will be double salts are formed by the equimolar mixture of two simple salts, but here may or may not be in equimolar ratio. What else? These loses their identity in the constituent that we have discussed, loses their identity, retain their identity. One thing more, they will have the same properties as their constituent ions, but these will have different properties. So, same properties as those of constituent ions, but here properties are totally different. Now what else? This topic is clear now. What are the coordination compounds basically? Now we will discuss about the central metal ion and the molecules which are surrounding those central metal ion. So we will discuss about the central metal ion. First of all, what is a central metal ion? So central metal ion is that metal which is having empty d orbitals. Basically we consider d block elements for this. In those d orbitals, d block elements, the d orbital is empty and the donor can donate electron in the d orbitals. So basically coordinate bond बनता कैसे है? Coordinate bond बनता है एक electron rich जो molecule हो वो इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट को इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करे. क्लियर? सो दैट इज द कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन. नाउ so central metal ion is that metal ion which is having empty d orbitals, which is electron deficient, or it can be called an electron acceptor, that will accept the electron from the ligand, clear, and form the coordinate bond in between them. So this is the central metal ion. Basically we consider here d block element like scandium, titanium, vanadium, 3d series up to zinc. 21 to 30 elements, we basically consider these in this case. Now, what are the second part, that is ligands. So ligands are basically those molecules or a group of atom or an ion which is having extra electron. It can be a neutral also, it can be negatively charged, an ion also. For example, in case of water, oxygen having 2 lone pairs, so it can donate electrons. Similarly, in case of ammonia, it is having 1 lone pair, it can donate electron. So it is not necessary that the ligand must have the negative charge. It can be neutral also. Clear? So ligand neutral भी हो सकता है जिसके पास एक्स्ट्रा लोन पेयर्स हो, या ligand जो है वो नेगेटिवली चार्ज एनायन भी हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जांपल OH नेगेटिव, CN नेगेटिव, एक्सेट्रा. So these are the ligands. Now here, the atom which is responsible for donating the electron, that is called the donor atom. Donor atom. For example, in case of water, see that oxygen is having the lone pairs, so it can donate electron from here. So here the donor atom will be oxygen atom. So in case of ammonia, you can see here there is a donor atom is nitrogen. Clear? So these are the donor atoms which are donating the electrons, where the electrons are extra, where the extra electron or the lone pairs are present. तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? डोनर एटम. अब हम आ जाते हैं नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे, दैट इज टाइप्स ऑफ लाइगेंड्स. लाइगेंड्स कितने तरह के? लाइगेंड्स की टाइप जो है, टाइप्स ऑफ लाइगेंड्स. अब लाइगेंड्स की टाइप जो है दैट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ डोनर एटम्स. सपोज इट इज हैविंग ओनली 1 डोनर एटम, देन इट इज कॉल्ड अ यूनिडेंटेट लाइगेंड or a monodentate ligand. So uni or mono means it is having only one donor atom. For example, in case of water we have discussed, from here donation cannot occur, but only oxygen is responsible for the donation, so it is a unidentate or a monodentate ligand. Now we will discuss about the second. So what will be the definition of unidentate or monodentate? It contains a donor atom, only single donor atom, which is donating electron to the central metal ion to form the coordinate bond. So the second one is bidentate ligands. So bi means 2. The ligand, the group of molecules which is having 2 donor atoms, that will be called a bidentate ligand. For example, in case of oxalate, here also donation can occur, from here also donation can occur. So मतलब दोनों तरह से डोनेशन हो सकती है. तो 2 डोनर साइट्स होगी, 2 डोनर साइट्स होगी, मीन्स इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? बाइडेंटेट लाइगेंड. सिमिलरली इन केस ऑफ इथिलीन डायमीन, these two can be the donor sites, so it is called a bidentate ligand. This is ethylene diamine and it is called oxalate ion. Oxalate ion कहाँ से बना है? ऑक्सैलिक एसिड से. ऑक्सैलिक एसिड क्या होता है? COOH, COOH. H को हटा दिया तो क्या बन गया? ऑक्सलेट. Now the short form of this is OX and this is EN. So these are the bidentate ligands. Similarly, tridentate will have 3 donor sites, tetra will have 4, penta will have 5, and hexa will have 6, and up to so on. Now after this, one type of ligand is polydentate or flaxidentate ligands. Poly और flexi का क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब एक डोनर जो हमारा मॉलिक्यूल है उसके अंदर काफ़ी सारी डोनर साइट्स हैं। वो डिपेंड करेगा, वो फ्लेक्सिबल है अपने अकॉर्डिंग कि वो 2 डोनर एटम से डोनेट करेगा, 3 से करेगा, 4 से करेगा, दैट डिपेंड्स। फॉर एग्जांपल इन केस ऑफ EDTA, दैट इज इथिलीन डायamine tetracetate ion. The formula is CH2 NH2 NH2 CH2. This is ethylene diamine and here 4 acetate groups are present. So you can see there are 4 these donor sites and 2 of the donor sites are these. So here total 6 donor sites are this. If it donates from all the 6 sites, then we will call it as hexadentate ligand. But if it donates accordingly, like it only donates from these 4 sites and these 2 are left intact, then we will be calling it a polydentate or a flexidentate, which depends, which changes according to the requirement, which changes its donor atom. So that is why it is called a flexidentate or polydentate ligand. अब जो next है हमारा M bidentate ligand, that is very important. So what is a M bidentate ligand? It is a type of a monodentate ligand, clear? So but it is having more than one donor site. मतलब for example in case of CN साइनाइड, अगर तो C से डोनेशन हो रही है तो हम बोलेंगे इसको साइनो ग्रुप। अगर ये N से डोनेट कर रहा है तो हम इसको बोलेंगे आइसोसाइनो। अब बाइडेंटेन में और इसमें क्या फ़र्क है, ये साइमल्टेनियसली दोनों साइड से नहीं करेगा डोनेट, ये एट अ टाइम ओनली वन साइड से करेगा, मतलब ये यूनिडेंटेट की ही टाइप है। बट इसमें 2 डोनर साइड्स हो सकती हैं कि दोनों से कर सकता है वो, बट इकट्ठा दोनों से नहीं करेगा, वो एक टाइम पे एक के साथ ही डोनेट करेगा। सो साइनो, आइसोसाइनो और नाइट्रो, अगर N से हो तो नाइट्रो, अगर O से हो तो नाइट्राइटो। So these are the ligands which are having more than one donor atom, but at a time it will donate only from one side. So these are called M bidentate ligands. Now the last type of ligands are left, that are bridging ligands. As the name suggests, they will create a bridge between 2 atoms. So bridging ligands are those which will simultaneously bond with 2 of the metal ions and form a bridge-like structure. For example, in this case, chlorine is bonding with 2 metals and it is forming a bridge-like structure. So that is why these type of ligands are called bridging ligands. So these are the types of ligands. अब हम बात करते हैं कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर की। कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर क्या होता है? कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर होता है एक मेटल के अराउंड कितनी डोनर एटम्स हैं, कितनी साइट्स ऑक्यूपाई हैं, उसको हम उसका कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल हमने अभी एग्जांपल की थी ये वाली, अब इसमें आयरन के अराउंड 6 साइनाइड्स लगे, एट अ टाइम उसने एक ही साइट लेनी है, सो यहाँ पे कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर कितना हो गया 6। बट इन केस यहाँ पे इथिलीन डायमीन लगे होते 3। अब इथिलीन डायमीन, एक इथिलीन डायमीन ने 2 साइड्स ऑक्यूपाई करनी है, सो 3 इथिलीन डायमीन कितने साइड्स ऑक्यूपाई करेंगे 6। सो कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर हेयर विल बी 6। सिमिलरली इन केस ऑफ ऑक्सिलेट, so एक ऑक्सिलेट ने 2 sides, 4 oxalates in the 4 2s are 8. So coordination number here will be 8. So means the coordination number will depend upon the number of donor sites. How many donor sites are there around the central metal ion? So that will decide that what is the coordination number of that compound. Now what is a coordinations affair? Next term is coordinations affair. So coordinations affair basically are these square brackets in which a complex ion is retaining its identity. It will remain intact, like it will not break further. So these square brackets are called the coordinations affair, which cannot be further broken down into simple ion. So square bracket will represent this coordinations affair. Clear? So this was the definitions. Now the new topic is chelation. What is a chelation? Chelation is basically a process in which bidentate और polydentate ligand ring like structure बना लेते हैं मेटल के अराउंड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम बात करते हैं आयरन के अराउंड. सपोज दिस इज अ स्ट्रक्चर. आयरन के अराउंड 3 इथिलीन डायमीन लगे हैं, बट इन्होंने 6 साइड्स लेनी है. तो ये कैसे लगे होंगे? 6 साइड्स लेनी है. एक इथिलीन डायमीन यहाँ पे, एक यहाँ पे, एक यहाँ पे. हो गया ना? 6 साइड्स हो गई. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So the group of molecules that are forming a ring-like structure around the central metal ion, that is called a chelating ligand. इसको हम बोलेंगे chelating ligand. And the process of formation of these ring-like structure are called chelation. So chelation basically क्या होती है? इससे हमें पता लगता है कि उसके अराउंड कितने बाइडेंटेट या पॉलीडेंटेट लाइगेंड्स लगे हुए. अब चिलेशन से होता क्या है? चिलेशन से क्या होता है? देखो, अगर एक ये चीज़ है और एक है हमारे पास ये मॉलिक्यूल जिसमें 6 अमोनिया लगे हैं. अब दोनों में से स्टेबल कौन होगा? देखो, इस केस में एक चीज़ के अराउंड 6 चीज़ें लगी हैं, इसमें 3 चीज़ें लगी, पर साइड्स उतनी ऑक्यूपाई की हैं सेम. बट अगर आपके अराउंड 3 बंदे हैं तो आप थोड़ा हिल सकते हो. मीन्स यहाँ पे एंट्रोपी जो है वो ज़्यादा होगी एज कम्पेयर टू इसके, बिकॉज डिग्री ऑफ रैंडमनेस विल बी मोर इन दिस केस. क्लियर? सो डिग्री ऑफ रैंडमनेस जितनी ज़्यादा होती है, एंट्रोपी का केस आपने +1 में पढ़ा है, उतनी ही स्टेबिलिटी ज़्यादा होती है. सो चिलेटिंग जो रिंग्स होंगे दे विल बी ऑलवेज मोर स्टेबल एज कम्पेयर टू दीज काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर्स. So this is a process that is called a chelation or a chelating ligands. Clear? So this was all about the definitions of this chapter, that is a coordination compound. So up to this we have done. Next topic, that is Werner coordination theory, we will do in the next lecture. Till then, thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like it and share it with your friends so that they can also be benefited from it. If you have any query, any doubt related to the topic, you can send me in the comment box. I will reply it. So till then, thank you so much. Bye-bye.